What's
Hi,
up, guys?
guys!
How's it going? Anyways, should we get straight into it?
Yes, Sid, it's
All
your
right.
turn to read the next question. Go ahead, darling.
Title of the question is, I am falling for a bus driver.
Beep, beep. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round. The mummy on the bus goes shh, 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 shh.
Hi, Sid and Dina. I am 21 years old. I am from Sheffield. Recently, there has been a young bus driver that has kind of gotten my attention. I could see he was interested in me by the way he would stare and try to get my attention. After a while, he finally spoke to me. We've been texting and dating for a month now. However, I have spoken to my friends and sisters about it and they are very judgmental because of his job. Personally, I do not think it's a bad thing that he is a bus driver. I do see a future with him. I seriously spoke to my mum about it and she was like, at least get with someone educated and a better job. I think this is because I am at uni and will now go on to do my masters. I am really confused because I like him for him and don't care about his occupation. But I am really worried about what my family and friends will think of not only me, but him. He's a sweet guy. I need some advice on what to do. Thanks. Love you guys.
So,
Go on, you kick it off.
basically, this is what I think. I think we need to kick stereotypical gender roles out of the bus window, my friend. Because it's quite clear to me that he is a working man.
He works,
He's a bus driver.
but he works.
You get paid to be a bus driver.
I'm pretty sure you do.
That's a damn job. And I would say being a bus driver is not particularly easy, Sid. Being any driver of any sort is not an easy job, okay? And then driving a bus, like, that is actually some kind of skill set to be...
Are you bigging up bus drivers?
People are just like, oh, bus driver, or like a bin man. Do you know what I mean?
Bin man pays well.
But in the UK, by the way, apparently better than teachers.
Bin man pays great.
Don't look at the job that he's working, unless he's a stripper or something, yeah? Because obviously you don't want to marry a stripper. But don't look at the actual job. Look at his hard work, his persistence, his ambition, his consistency in work. Do you know what I mean? Like, how long has he been a bus driver for? How long has he been working? Has he been a bus driver recently? Does he chop and change jobs? Can he never hold a job down? You know what I mean? Look at all the stuff surrounding it, not the actual job. Because that's the important bit. And that's the bit where you know it's going to affect you in the long run in terms of marriage or not.
Yeah.
Because, for example, if he can never seem to hold a job down, he's always changing a job. He's got this one 2 months. 2 months later, it's this job and then that job. That's where there could potentially be problems. Don't think, oh, bus driver, oh, how rubbish, just because it's not a job where you need a degree for it, because that's so overrated, by the way. And by the way, you don't even know. He could potentially have a degree. So many people have degrees that they're not working with, by the way. And so many people don't have degrees but are doing much better than people with education, okay? Just because he doesn't, like your parents like, he'd at least marry someone with the education.
Get him.
It doesn't mean he's not educated because he's a bus driver. He just
Get him.
didn't get his degree. He's still educated.
Get him.
He's still educated.
You
Do you know what I
tell
mean? I don't have a degree. Does that mean I'm not educated?
Tell him for the ones in the
I
back.
don't think so.
Tell it to the ones in the back so they can hear
I
it.
don't think so. So that's just all I'm saying. Look at the bigger picture, and that's where you can evaluate whether this kind of man with this job will be able to provide still and has that working, he's got that thing that people should have where, like, they want to work, whatever the job is. That's a lot better than somebody who's got pride and refuses to work because of his pride. So, for example, wants to sit and do nothing all day because he has pride, where he doesn't want to be a bus driver or he doesn't want to work in a supermarket.
You're going for
he doesn't want to do this. He doesn't want to do this because I'm better than that. But really, you're ending up doing no work whatsoever.
This is very true.
Do you get me?
This is very
That's
true.
a bunch of bullshit right there.
Very true.
It's a lot better for somebody to be working, hard working, no matter what the job is. That's a lot more. That's a person that deserves a lot more respect than somebody who has pride over what job he does or what she does. There are a lot of people who study and get degrees purely for the title that it gives them, but literally don't work with it for the rest of...
Wow.
Do not work with it. It's literally for the title it gives them. You literally just got it for the title. You studied it and you didn't work it. Not even one. You didn't do shit with it. What's the point? It's just for the title. It's for prestige. Prestige and ambition are things that need to be chucked out of the bus window, my friends. Chucked out of the bus. And the gender stereotype roles in marriage and that, it doesn't matter if you are a woman and you're making more than your husband. As long as he always has that working mindset and wanting to work and always working thing, then it will never be a problem. Do you get what I'm talking about here? It doesn't matter who makes more, who's the breadwinner. If you're both happy like that, it's all because of stupid society, isn't it? It's just so annoying, isn't it? How everything controls how people want to live. It's bullshit. If you like the guy, he's a good guy, he's a decent guy, he's working, he's a decent guy and he's working. He's not a lazy. He's a bus driver. He's probably one of the the nice guys and the most hardworking people there. But because he's a bus driver, people can go, oh, you can't marry him. So rude, actually. Go on, you go. I'm gonna stop now.
Don't let me give my 2 cents, and now people got to listen to 8 minutes of you blabbing.
Go on, have your 2 cents.
And it's just like,
go on, have your 2 cents.
oh my God.
Sod what people think. If he is a hardworking guy and you think he will always be the kind of person that wants to work, that's the important thing, wants to and will always find work, or, by the way, you can progress in bus driver career, can't you?
But the thing is,
you could be head bus driver.
Okay, head bus driver, whatever. But the thing is, you don't always know that. You don't know when a person will be stuck in a rut and not get up off their ass. If you're hard working 1 year, 10 years down the line, you'll be someone completely different.
Yeah, but you could get a bit of an inkling, couldn't you?
Yeah, no, you can't. You can't get a bit of an inkling.
You can get an inkling, Sid. You can get an inkling.
No, because people turn into that. You don't start off in your life with having this amount of pride and then you have this amount of pride when you grow up, that same amount. It grows over time or it lessens over time. It doesn't work that way. I don't think it's realistic for you to say, what type of person is this person right now? Has he got pride? Has he got this? Has he got that? Because that'll give you a genuine idea of how he's going to be later on in life, because it's not.
But I didn't say has he got pride. I said look at his work history. How long has he been working a bus driver job?
Your parents and people, they have a point. They do have a point. I realize that everything that Dina says, okay, it's right. But also, your parents are just looking out for you. And they want you to be in an ideal situation where a guy has not much of a career and he cannot provide for you. Not saying that the bus driver doesn't have a career, because a year from now, everything can change, or even a month from now, everything can change. But you need to take everything into account. Look, we can't give you exact advice because we don't know what type of person he is.
And also, we don't know what exactly you're studying.
You have to really play it by eye, what?
By ear.
By ear, sorry. And by eye, I don't know. Stop looking at him. I just want to know, one thing. Maybe you can email us back. So, do you get free bus rides?
Obviously.
Does he go, don't worry about the fare?
Because that shit is worth it.
Because if that's the case, you got it easy, man. Go ahead with the marriage, man.
Actually, it could be good now, but in the long run, does that mean you guys are never going to get a car?
Oh, man.
Because that's a bit of a problem, that.
Once a bus driver, always a bus driver.
You know what they say about them bus
He's going to be handing out bus passes to the whole family. They'll love him. Yeah, I think you're just going to have to play it by ear. There's no right answer in this. You're just going to have to go with your gut.
There's no reason why you shouldn't marry him.
There's no reason
why you shouldn't. I literally see no reason why you shouldn't marry him. Anyway, just because you're getting a master's, are you even going to work with it? Are you even
just because you're in uni does not mean you're smarter than the bus driver.
No. Sorry, I don't think actually, technically, you need to be smart for uni. Okay, when you get to master's, yeah, probably. But uni degree in general, I think it's not particularly being smart. It's being just being the kind of person who is good academically. Do you understand?
Book
is
smart.
Good with, book smart and likes to sit and have a schedule and get their work done.
Who knows?
What I mean? That doesn't mean you're smarter than somebody.
It doesn't mean you have more life skills than anyone.
More knowledge than that, at all.
Just because you're in uni. I hate this backwards stereotypical
it's the education system.
Thing.
That's what it is.
When a person, they go to uni, they're smart.
Yeah. And they get a doctor. on the beginning of the name, and suddenly that suddenly gives you this image of this
Like, oh
really
my
wise
God.
and smart person.
Oh,
and
you're
it's really,
so
it's just like,
smart. No.
you know, the education system in general doesn't prepare you for actual survival of real life, and that goes for university.
Especially
That's what-
nowadays, you could be flipping dumb as a box of rocks and make more money than a person that has been studying all his life.
Who's might not even be employed, could
Yeah.
be on the dole still looking for a job.
Yeah, so
So, you know, it's really up to you to decide. And it's like what I said at the beginning, look at everything else about this man other than the actual job title. Just look at the facts. Just when you tick your boxes, look at, is he working? Yes. Is the job stable? Yes. Do you know what I mean? Ask those questions, not what is the job, unless he was a stripper, obviously, or a drug dealer. Then
I think like the way I think about it is right. I don't even think that you should even do that. I think you should just literally, whenever a person goes into marriage, they don't fully think about everything, and
they're blinded by
not to
love.
say that they should or shouldn't. Maybe you should, maybe you should not. But you should just go with your gut and with your instinct, because nobody knows if a marriage is going to be a successful one or not, or it's going to go to shit later down the line, or it's going to go to shit after a year. Nobody
No matter
knows.
how much weighing up or analysis you do, really.
No matter how much of a good career that one person has or the other person has, look, you can't take everything into account and be like, yep, that's going to be a successful marriage, because
Yeah, you really
it
you
could
really
go to
can't,
shit.
Yeah, obviously it's good to do that, you know, to get you to a decision, because you know everybody kind of needs to do that. Just in their
I think
minds with everything.
if you're happy with it, then it's fine. I don't think it's good to do that if you don't care.
And
If
also,
you don't care how much the person is on, and if you're okay to be the breadwinner, majority
But Sid, I don't think it's about how much money. I think it's, you know,
status.
it's the status of the job.
If
That's what
you're-
it is.
yeah, if you-
because you know, bus drivers get paid decent, don't they? In
They
the
get
UK,
paid
they do.
decent as well, but the thing is,
I
like,
think. I actually
the thing
don't
is, like, what is to say that you go and do your masters? Because I know people that have flipping 10 years of education, their masters and
they're
everything,
not
blah, 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 and they don't work.
And they don't even want to work.
So what's to say that you will work after your masters?
Because then, what's the point? Okay, so you did all that education, but at the end of it, okay, but so now what?
So now what?
So, like,
what
now
do you
what?
have to show for it? So at the moment, you are status level high in some people's eyes. You're really not, but in some people's eyes, your status level is this much higher than a bus driver who's down here. But after you're out of uni, what are you gonna be? Fucking employed?
Also, one thing I would just say there as well, make sure that he's okay if you were to be a breadwinner. So make sure that he's okay with that, so that he can also let you live, you know, your life and your career, and can support you with it. You know, like support you with your career and kind of like help you go ahead with that as well.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean.
So, anyways,
Hope that helped.
and
Good luck. Invite us to the wedding if it happens.
I wish Dina was a bus driver. I'd get so many free flipping fares. I'd just flipping it.
Wouldn't
Oh
it be
my
better if
god,
I
is
was
he
a
a
tube
mega bus driver?
Wouldn't it be better if I was a tube
Bloody
driver?
hell. Oh, if you were underground driver, that would just,
If I was
the
on the
perks
tubes,
would be
'cause that shit is
crazy.
expensive. I
That
spend
shit is-
£12 a day on a travel card because I keep losing my bloody Oyster card. So annoying.
Bye.